Oh, Pepe, aka Mr. Ooooowooo, because he was such a handsome little boy, my handsome little boy. I ended up getting him around 2020, 2021, around that time frame. When I first got him, he was skin and bones. You could see his spine. He was losing fur on his rear end. He didn't have any fur around his neck area, at least the front part. I didn't know exactly what had happened to him, but I figured he just wasn't getting fed properly or taken care of really from the previous owners. Like, it just seemed like it was severe neglect, which broke my heart because it seemed like that little guy really only knew abuse for a long time because his previous owner's past relationship was really toxic, and apparently their spouse ended up really abusing him, like hitting him, leaving him outside in the freezing cold, not feeding him, hurting him a lot, actually, yelling at him, scaring him a bunch. So by the time I got him, he was really skittish about a lot of things. Like, he was even scared to go up to his bowl to eat. Like, he was hungry, but he was so used to sharing a bowl with his sister that he just was trying to get scraps from whatever she ate. I actually had to feed him in separate rooms so that he could actually learn that, hey, this bowl is mine, this food is for me. And I would fill that bowl all the way to the top, let him eat as much as he wanted, let him sit on the furniture, steal the blankets and pillows if he wanted, just spoiled him rotten. He was my little baby boy, and I was gonna do anything to make his life as happy as I could. Because of that, he ended up fattening up pretty fast, so we kind of nicknamed him Fat Sausage because of that. But it wasn't really bad. He was able to run around outside because he had a backyard, and we let him go to the bathroom and play for a little bit, you know, within reason. There wasn't like a full fence, so I kind of had to keep an eye on him. But he was really good listener, so I think his first owners trained him really, really well, and I think it was just who he ended up with in between them and me was where all the bad stuff happened. Thankfully, he was able to trust people again and not be as skittish. Like, he was still our shy little boy and still didn't like loud noises. It still kind of freaked him out, but he knew he could go lay on the couch or whatever. He knew he wasn't going to get hurt or anything, and he could just bury under a blanket and be in his little happy place. He ended up getting less and less skittish over time, thankfully, and way more playful. He was like a puppy, and it was so funny because I swear he was at least 10 years old when I got him, but he acted like he was 5. He was so adorable. He loved roughhousing, and I have never seen a little like chihuahua want to roughhouse as much as him. It was the most adorable thing, at least like without peeing or getting like real vicious. He was like super sweet, would only get yappy a little bit, mostly growl and just show his teeth, not really do anything, but you know, nibble lightly. He would also get the zoomies, and he would love chasing the cats sometimes, but then he would get scared if they chased back and like pounce him or anything. Like, that scared him for some reason. I think that was him being scared, unless that was him being more playful and we all misread the situation. But actually, playing with the cats made me find out how much he loved the laser pointer, and that was hilarious. And so adorable to watch, just watching his little legs, and he's trying to make these fast turns, and he would just run into things sometimes, or the cats would pounce and run into him, and he would just go, oh my god, and just be like, ah, ah. Other than that, he would just have zoomies outside and want to run around and roll in the grass anytime we got a bath or anything, because we did that outside instead of our tub. And after his little zoomie runs, he would either bark at a tree or something or whatever. I don't know if he was going senile or if he just did that to rile up his sister for his own entertainment. I don't know. He had such a big personality. But after those little zoomies, he would just sunbathe and lay there and roll around and just follow you and see what you were up to. Because he just wanted to hang out. He was just like, what you doing? Can we cuddle? Like, I want to snuggle you. I never got him really into toys or anything. I don't know if he just didn't like them or whatever. But he always had bad teeth, so I kind of just figured it's because his mouth hurt real bad. And I could never get his teeth to not be disgusting, unfortunately. I think that was just because of his breed. You know, small dogs tend to have really bad teeth, especially Chihuahuas and Pomeranians and stuff. Other than that, he just wanted to be around people all the time. And I was so happy I got him comfortable with that again, because he loved being in the kitchen, laying on the floor. He really loved being by my feet, which usually ended up bad because I was the one cooking and I wouldn't realize he was there, and I would either trip on him or accidentally step on his paw or something. But he eventually learned to just lay by the sink on the mat, and it was like his little space. And then anytime it was just family time to sit on the couch and relax and watch movies or whatever, he would always want to be right in the middle. Whoever was sitting on the couch, just right smack dab in the middle. I was the one that gets squished. I am the sandwich. Please cuddle me and squish me. I need to fall asleep. It was nice in the wintertime because it would be really cold with a big drafty window behind us, so he helped keep us warm. But in the summertime, oh my goodness, he was like a heater. He was so warm all the time. I guess that worked because he was really sweet too. So the only other thing he loved to do was getting carried. He loved being carried. He was so proud to be carried. But anytime we would take him to the vet, he hated being on that table. If it was above the floor, he just got scared. Maybe it was more because he knew he was at the vet and he knew what was going to happen. But he was always so good. Demanding belly rubs, asking for treats, giving smiles, and doing his little ooh ears back, nose up, tail wag, little face. Cuteness. I swear he would have been an anime character if he wasn't a real dog. His other favorite thing was sitting in front of the screen door and watching the neighbors go by, watching the kids go to school and come back, watching the mailman leave, sunbathing as the sun hit in the afternoon, and just barking at whatever he wanted to bark at. I swear I could never see what he was barking at. Or, I don't know. I don't know if he just saw things differently or what. Maybe he was going a little bit blind, because by that point he was close to like 14. I don't know if he could have been getting little doggy dementia too, but there were just moments where he would just bark at a leaf and it was really hilarious. And I'm like, why are you barking at that leaf, buddy? It's just a leaf. And he'd just be like, it looked at me funny, man. It looked at me funny. I had to bark at it. I will say he was also very good at making sure you had a good day and at least bringing a smile to your face if it was a bad day, because he would always look at you like, but I'm here, I'm cute, I love you, that's the reason to be happy, right? Oh, Mr. Ooooowooo, being all ooh and cute, can't. We shared so many naps, so many wonderful naps. I swear those were his favorite. He always tried to snuggle up to you, like so your arm was wrapped around him. I think that made him feel the most secure. And I don't know. I think he just liked being held. He was such a sweet little boy. And those 4 years were utter bliss for him, I hope. He seemed really happy. He chilled out. He was relaxed. He was like a handsome young old man. You know, young in mind, old in body and soul, you know. And everyone that has ever met him always was surprised at his demeanor because he didn't have like little dog syndrome like a lot of chihuahuas end up having or smaller dogs end up having. Um, he really only had that if we were on a walk and a dog got loose and was coming towards us, and he just did that to protect me, his sister, his dad, you know. He just tried to protect everybody, and it was actually really adorable because he was small. Like, what are you gonna do, Pepe? You're not gonna be able to take down that big dog, and that dog just wants to say hello. Telling you, it's just a big personality. Such a sassy little man. But he was the best boy. He listened well. He gave me so many laughs and so much love that I don't know if I would be where I am without him, really. I know that seems kind of crazy, but I think our animals do teach us things in life, and I think he just taught me not to take things so seriously all the time and protect the people you love, even if, you know, they seem friendly. Sometimes that's a disguise. And take time to rest, take time for yourself. Not everything has to be go, go, go. Sometimes you just need you time, and that's good too. But also have adventures and enjoy life in the little things, because I don't think he ever imagined his life to be as good as it got. Every day I saw him, it was like he was saying thank you and I love you so, so much every time he looked at me. Just those beautiful, glittering little eyes. Unfortunately, things went south when we ended up moving to Florida to be on my ex's family's farm. There wasn't room for them to be house dogs anymore, so they had to live in a pen on the farm. I was worried for Pepe because I didn't know if one of the farm dogs would try and hop the fence and like hurt him or anything because they weren't used to them. But I was also really worried about my pit bull Rose because unfortunately her life started out as a fighting dog. So it was a lot of work to retrain her and get her out of those old habits and, you know, form new habits. So I was kind of worried she was going to regress. Thankfully, it didn't end up happening that way right away. So things were okay. Seemed like the dogs were kind of chill with each other, at least through the fence. And honestly, Pepe just liked barking at the cattle that were there, barking at the sheep that were there, barking at the turtles that would come by because there was alligator snapping turtles and stuff. And I don't think we had any crocodiles or alligators come near because I don't think we were that close. Actually, now that I'm remembering right, I am wrong because there were springs over there, and I think there were some crocodiles and alligators, but they never seemed to get on the farm or anything. It was mostly those alligator snapping turtles. Those are so fascinating. Anyways, he was losing weight, like he seemed to be at a healthy weight. His teeth started getting better actually, so that was a shock to me. It's because they were adding a supplement or something, dog safe for them and their water to help with their health issues, and I guess it helped with his teeth too as like an added bonus, so that's pretty cool. Seemed to be faring well in the Florida heat. With their makeshift doghouse, they could be on top of it if they wanted to, because it like had a little, it was like kind of like a ramp doghouse. It didn't have a back, but they could like sleep under it or be on top of it if they wanted to, and there was a tree that shaded over until the afternoon, and all seemed well, and they seemed like they might be able to get to a point where they integrate with the other dogs, or at least be able to be in the house maybe. I wasn't really sure what the plan was. Unfortunately, some things happened and I ended up moving back to Tennessee, and I couldn't take the dogs with me. I could only take my cats with me. So that's what ended up happening. And unfortunately, a few months later, I was notified that my dog Rose ended up regressing back to her fighting dog ways and snapped on Pepe, who she saw as a little puppy for the longest time, ever since I knew her. And she ended up killing him. After hearing all that, I was more enraged that my concerns weren't heard, and then I just felt immense guilt for not being able to save my dogs from that toxic environment. And I kind of feel responsible for his death a little bit, even though I know it's not my fault. I just wish I could have been there for you, buddy. Kept giving you a happy life, like you so rightfully deserved, because you did not deserve all of that pain and suffering. And I guess Pepe heard me be upset about it, because he ended up visiting me, at least his spirit did, and was playing with the cats. Having them chase him, taking some water, eating some of their food, because he loved stealing their wet food. And it was really nice. It was really nice to hear his little bark again. It was also nice to be able to say goodbye to him, because I didn't ever get to. So it was nice to hear him, feel him, know that he was there, and I got to say goodbye. Rest in peace, little buddy. I hope you have all of the blankets, pillows, whatever you desire in doggy heaven. 'Cause man, you deserve peace and rest and happiness. Didn't really mean to cry during this, but this is my tribute to him. The only thing I can think of to bring some sort of justice, I guess, or maybe closure, a positive end to his life. Because man, you and me both, buddy. We've been on that roller coaster, but you're better off now. And all is well in the world. It's gonna be okay. If you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you watching this. This is my creative way of dealing with grief and pain. Because losing a family member sucks. And I consider my pets family, so yeah. Consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell. All of it's appreciated. Sharing with a friend if you want, if you think it'd help them with their losses. I'm just here to show that it's okay to feel the crappy things that you've been through, and having a creative way to express that and let it out, because it heals your soul. And I'm gonna end this with more cute pictures of my little baby boy, Pepe.